Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day.
Yes,
Hello.
happy Memorial Day, Americans.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been good for me so far because yesterday when my neighbors in the backyard started playing their music really loud, somebody must have called the cops and immediately put a stop to that.
Oh,
Brilliant.
That's cool.
So I was just like, oh, I hope this is how the summer's going to start and continue, you know? So what are you guys? Elizabeth is probably going to join us around 8 o'clock. She said she's
Perfect.
cleaning her garage. So if she can get to us, she can
He
get
was
to us.
hoping to pop in. I seen that.
Yeah. So, what are you guys going to be reading tonight?
Okay, so I have 2 that I'm working on. I figured 2 sprints, 2 books. So I have the Last Kids on Earth and The Nightmare King. It's the 3rd book in the Last Kids on Earth. I'm trying to fit in one more middle grade, and it's one of those that's like going to be super easy on audio because it's got like a lot of illustrations and things like
Nice.
that throughout it. So, and then the other sprint I'll work on Shadow of Night, which I'm fairly certain I'm not going to get finished by the end of the month because I still have like this much to go, but I'm trying.
That's all you can do.
That's it.
you're getting there.
I'm like, if I roll it over, that's okay because I'm going to be reading the next one in that anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Of course.
Exactly.
What about you, Tiffany?
I finished that romance book I was reading today. It was not good.
Uh-oh.
The dialogue was super, super cheesy. But the other thing was there was some stuff that would never happen, like ever. And I was like, okay, I don't know. I just after that I was like, I can't, I did finish it, but anyways. So
Good for you.
and then I'm starting. So I'm still in the middle of. Where am I at? I'm at 82% in the Cookie Shop book 1 by Deborah Sinnefelder. And then I'm starting on audio since I finished that romance. I'm starting A Treacherous Tart, which is the 4th or 5th book in the Beachfront Bakery series by Fiona Gross.
Nice.
What about you, Sarah?
Speaking of bad romance novels, so I'm reading a Harlequin heartwarming right now. So far, the story's good. It's about a woman in witness protection, but so she has her name, her real name, and then the name she's in under Witsec or whatever it's called. And so I'm like, okay, so how many pages until a character calls her by the wrong name? Oh, 1 page. Excellent.
Yeah.
Let's see how this pans out. But anyway, I am going to be starting on audio tonight, Parallel Owl Park. I looked at the library. The library has a 4-week wait on the audio, and I'm like, I really love the audio the first time, so I used a credit and got it. So whatever.
What is on the cover? It's really cute. I just can't tell what it is.
It's the 2 main characters.
It's the 2 main characters looking.
Like the other way. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then I love the snowman. He's got like you
And
can't
the
see.
house
You have to
all
look
covered
at the
in
cover
snow.
better
It's
because
very
he's got a stick shoved in his back, like he's been stabbed in the back.
Yeah, he's got like 2 little stick arms, but then it looks like there's an arm sticking up out the back.
Yeah.
So cute.
It's really cute.
It is a cute cover. I like it.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting that tonight.
Nice.
What about you, Lee?
I am going to finish watching the June on the Range video that you put out because I'm halfway through that. And then I'm going to be probably reading my last middle grade as well. It's Have a Hot Time, Hades. I think I'm like 49% through. So
Cool.
Awesome.
that's it.
Excellent.
Let's get into some comments here. Pat said, good evening, everyone. Happy Memorial Day to our active and retired armed forces. I thank you for your service. Tonight I'm reading Wonton Terror, number 4 by Vivian Chen in the Noodle Shop Mystery Series. Excellent, excellent. Love that series. Amy said, hi, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. I'm currently trying to finish Crimson Summer by Heather Graham tonight. I'm at 80%. Sounds like you can absolutely finish that. PK says, yay. I can be here at 5. Happy Monday, everyone. I'm reading The Last Mrs. Willoughby by Claudia Gray, about 89%. Sounds like you're going to be able to finish that
close
too.
too.
Yeah. Pat, I'm loving the Noodle Shop series myself. I have read only the first 2 books so far. I plan to read the rest of the series soon. First, I need to finish the Amish candy shop with Amanda Flower.
Yay!
But we need to start a petition for the rest of the Noodle Shop to be on audio.
I really do, because I think the narrator, she really made it. Like, she made the characters come to life.
Perfect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would probably help me want to read it a little bit more.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it does get so much better as it goes along
It
anyway.
does.
The audio would just make it that much better.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We should find out who like the narrator of the first three are and be like, what are you doing? What are you so busy doing that you can't
Can
write
we
these other
proposition
ones?"
you? Can you just
Read a
read this
book?
for us?
Right. That's it.
Because when you're reading the book physically, if you've listened to the audio, you can hear the mother in your head.
100%. 100%.
Lana.
Exactly. Kev said, hi, all. I'll be listening to Of Murder and Men, the third Kat Latimer mystery, while I do mundane household chores this evening.
Awesome.
Good way to pass time. Tina said, hello, y'all. I'll be starting Death by Coffee by Alex Erickson. Also, I'm going to be organizing my TBR for June/summer and maybe watching some videos about learning how to knit.
Ooh, yay!
I would love to learn to knit.
I should do a class.
I would love to. I crocheted when I was little, but like I definitely lost like how to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've knitted before, and I was trying to make a pot holder, and then I looked down and I've got these gaps, and I'm like, really? So I like dropped the stitch and didn't realize it or something.
It's called the design element.
You meant for it to be that way.
That's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Agent said, hi, everyone. Reading Beating the Rap, Bonnie and Clyde #3. I do believe Julie Ann Lindsay is one of my top favorite authors ever.
Agreed.
Pat said to Amy, Sarah got me interested in them, and now I can't put them down. I have several series I would love to finish. We all do.
Right?
Danielle said, hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Emily said, hi, everyone. Inside Bridgerton. Very nice.
Oh, okay.
Kelly's Corner said, hello, everyone. And Val said, hello. I have several books started, and I don't know which one I'm going to read tonight.
Oh, nice.
Sharon said, hi, everyone. Excited to catch Sprints live again with everyone. Happy you're here. Emily said, hi, everyone.
Oh.
I'm reading Inside Bridgerton.
Oh, the book's called Inside Bridgerton. Okay.
I wasn't sure if that's what the title was or if she was just living inside there.
I know,
It's
that's
just
what I
I
thought
can
too.
get
I was
behind both.
Meaning I'm in that world.
Right? I can get behind that.
Yeah.
There you go. James said, hi, everyone. And Sharon said, currently reading Robin Hobb's The Royal Assassin and may start The Secret Book and Scone Society tonight. Nice. Jenny said, hi, everyone. Not sure what I'll be reading tonight. I'll decide during the first sprint. Okay. Cornflower said, hi, everyone. Not sure what I'll be reading tonight. Susan said, didn't get any reading done after last night's sprints, so hope to get further along in A Hard Day for a Hangover by Dorinda Jones. I'm at 32%.
Excellent.
Jessica Lynn said, hello, everyone. I'll be reading Closely Harbored Secrets by Bree Baker, hoping to finish soon.
So Julianne Lindsay might be our bingo.
Mm-hmm. She said, just finished that earlier today. Loved it. Annie said, hi, all. I'm reading Mystery by Moonlight, the Mary C. Jane. It's a middle grade. Sherry said, once again, running late on reading The Trench or listening to The Clackety by Laura Senf.
Nice.
And Anita said, hi, everyone. Tonight I'm continuing In the Arms of the Law by Deborah Fletcher Mello. Cheryl says, hi. Sherry says, hey, all. Emily says, I read that last week, Sarah, and it was amazing.
I'm so looking forward to it.
You said, happy Memorial Day, everyone. Nadine said, hi, everyone. I think I'll start reading Ruth's First Christmas Tree by Ellie Griffiths, number 4.5 in the Ruth Galloway series. It's a 55-page novella. I absolutely recommend you do that as well. Yep.
At
Nice.
the end of a month,
Yeah, you could just bang it out and be done. Yes.
right?
Kitchen said, well, it's an official live. I've spied Presley's tail wafting around.
Yeah.
Melissa's here. She says, hi, everyone. About to host a pool party, so I'm frantically trying to clean, but I'm listening to my audiobook, so it makes it bearable.
I didn't get my invite, Melissa.
Tina said, yes, there are so many cozy series that have the first couple of books on audio and then they stop. I will only read with audiobooks, so it's very annoying. Yeah. Music Cage, and I saw Presley's Tail. I also saw Presley's
Here,
Tail.
they all saw you, sweetheart.
I saw that, and then I saw like Sarah going,
Yeah, because he like tries to step on me.
It's like, what are you doing, cat? Get out of here.
Pretty much.
Yay. PK said, I've started the Annie's Kit crochet Afghan kit. Finished my first block yesterday. Each block is a new stitch to learn, 30 blocks, 3 blocks a month. Oh, that's a good idea.
Is that knitting or crochet? Crochet. She said crochet. Okay.
Tina said, Noodle Shop series, the Deputy Donut series, the Candy Coated series. I want to read them so badly, but only the first couple of books on audio.
Yep.
That's why it took me so long to get back into the Noodle Shop, but I'm glad I did because it got way better after the first 3. So
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they start off on audiobook and then they just don't. I mean, why even put them on there if you're not going to do the whole series?
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah. No.
Yeah, because audio has gotten way more popular, not
Yeah,
the other
big
way,
time.
right? So
Mhm.
it's surprising.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tina said, I know how to crochet. I learned in December, but I figured I have all this yarn. I might as well use it for other things like knitting. Yeah.
Cool.
And also, I just want to say, too, for the lady who does the Noodle Shop series, she has to have a very unique accent to do the voices. So you figure that she would be in demand to do the Asian voices. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Melissa says, you always have an invite, Sarah.
Aw.
I'll just
Yeah,
get
you
on the
get-
next
Get
plane.
on your plane to Arizona.
Arizona, yeah. It's dry heat.
PK said they also have it in Knit Sarah, video help, pattern, yarn,
Oh.
etc.
That's nice.
I mean, I fully learned to knit on YouTube. 100% I learned to knit on YouTube.
Hmm.
And to this day, if I run into a stitch on a pattern, I'm like, how do I do that? I Google it.
That's how I learned the crochet and the knitting was
Yep.
that I just didn't practice enough. I have yarn and I have like all the tools and those and those things.
I'm going to start like Friday, we'll be reading sprints, and Saturday night it's going to be the knit club, the knit and crochet club.
There you go. There you go.
Right?
All right, guys, we are caught up on comments. You want to do a sprint to the top of the hour?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, so happy reading.
Happy reading.
How'd you guys do?
I got to 64% into it.
Nice.
It's like super quick because it's got all those illustrations in it. That's why I got the book so that I can follow along and listen to the audiobook.
Makes sense. Makes sense. How about you, Tiffany?
I ate supper. We had ribs and macaroni.
Nice.
So I ate that, and then I read a few pages from. So a girl in the book club gave me a book that she wanted me to read, but it has a serial killer in it, and I just don't think that I can do it.
It's too much for you. She doesn't know yet.
I mean, I haven't gotten to anything, but I am already anticipating. Like,
What's it called?
when
Do you know?
started to speak, you scared the crap out of me just because I was like so jumpy. I don't think I could say it. It's a romance called The Mind
Oh, that one. Okay.
Oh, yes.
series.
Say no more.
It's very popular amongst the romancy people.
I know.
The dark
That's why she's
romancy
like, no,
people.
you gotta read it. She's like, my husband even was, and I'm like, it just doesn't sound. I don't. Okay.
It's not a Tiffany book.
I don't. Yeah.
That's fair.
How'd you
I
do?
wouldn't be able to read it either, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not. I don't want to read it just because I don't like whenever the titles or the series makes me have to say something bad.
Okay, can you tell me the author so I can look it up because I don't know who this is.
Oh, it's S.T. Abbey, who is passed away. The author passed away.
Really?
Even her death, like in real life, even her death is like controversial because I guess they put out in the media originally that she died in a car wreck, and then later on they said it was a domestic disturbance where her husband did something to her, and so I don't know what, but anyways, I just don't. I mean, I think I'm already going in knowing it's not for me, so that but nothing's happened. And when like I said, when I was reading and when Lee said something, I was like, oh, that'd be good.
You've already got it in your head. It's got a serial killer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
Right?
bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
What about you, Sarah?
I ate dinner,
Ooh.
noodles and naan bread,
Ooh.
garlic naan bread. So my whole kitchen now smells like garlic.
Love it.
Delicious. I read 2 chapters of the Aggie Morton book, and I said to Garrett, I'm like, when was the last time we checked the mail? He's like, I don't know. It had been like a week or more. So Garrett
Did you
wanted
come
to
back
cross-
with your stack of mail?
and I got mail. I got a package. So the
Oh.
lovely author Rachel Stewart, look at the size of this thing. She sent me her new book, but this is the Mills and Boone edition. This is the UK edition,
Nice.
right? And she sent me a little card, with a little elephant on it.
Oh, nice.
And then, bless her heart, she sent me milk chocolate that I can't have. And it's the UK Cadbury's, which is different. So I just sent Garrett a picture. I'm like, chocolate? He's like, maybe after dinner.
Nice.
So that was my sprint. How about you, Lee?
I got to 70% of my book, and then I was watching another Sarah video where you go, it was a really good book. The girl drowned, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, who's
Oh, yeah. The Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew book?
The girl drowned. Isn't that a girl drowned?
I feel like it was really good. A girl drowned.
Drowned, yeah.
Okay.
I take things in stride.
That made I'm just like, oh, just casual. That's how it is.
That's how she died. You know,
Yeah.
these things happen.
Pat said, it is thundering here in Virginia, so hopefully I will be here, but every time we have a storm, we lose our cable and our internet.
We will keep our fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm. Sarah Best said, I finished 11/22/63 and now starting the Poppy War trilogy.
Well done.
Here's Elizabeth. She said, hi, everyone. I'm listening to 2 whole audiobooks today, a 39 Clues book and a nonfiction about hoarders while cleaning in my garage.
Very appropriate.
Did the hoarding book influence you to clean up your garage? I need to know.
I probably need to read a hoarder's book whenever I look at my bedroom.
Right?
It's not hoarding if it's books.
Right. It's collecting.
That's
It's
the thing.
collecting.
Yeah, it's mostly books.
Collecting. She said, now I'm running into the grocery store and listening to Mrs. Polifax number 4.
Nice.
Susan said, I like to note good lines from the books I read. In a hard day for a hangover, it's, do you sometimes look at a person and think, really? That's the sperm that won?
What book is this?
There's actually a cross stitch that you
In a
can
hard
buy
day
on
for a
Etsy that has that, and then all around it are really pretty flowers, so it looks like something your grandmother would have done.
That sounds like a very entertaining book.
Right?
Karen said, I'm so sorry I'm late. You're not late. Tonight I am reading The Fellowship of the Rings by Tolkien. Nice.
Well done.
That said, don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you very much. And okay, I went on Libby requested the first 4 books of the Noodle Shop series on audio. There you go. And Sarah Beth said, we're in Virginia. I'm in Virginia too.
Hmm.
Suffolk, closer to Franklin. And Belle said I ended up reading Where is Olivia by Nancy Ryan. I made it to 38%.
Nice.
Awesome.
And Anita said, got distracted making dinner. I'm having an egg and cheese sandwich breakfast for dinner.
Nice.
Delicious.
Love breakfast for
Good.
dinner. Catherine said, hey everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. Parents have been visiting this weekend. I'm jumping into Secret Santa Murder by Karen Kaufman. It's 3rd in the Smithwell Fairy mystery series. Well,
Excellent.
welcome. You're not late. You're here.
Your profile pic is really pretty too. I don't know exactly. I can only see purple and pink.
Like it looks like clouds, a sky, a
It's
sand, or
very
something.
pretty.
Sherry said, finished The Clackety. Moved on to Curse the Forgotten City by Alex Astor.
Nice.
No, she put a star there, but I don't see any rating after.
I don't
before the
either,
star.
so I was like,
Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe she missed the.
Okay.
Maybe she was saying 1 star.
There you go.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know.
Right. Amy said got to 89%. You're definitely gonna finish. You're definitely finishing tonight.
Oh, she's close too.
Dream 72%. Cajun 32%. Sarah's hair is getting long.
Oh, getting long. Yeah, it is.
Purple Rain said 54 pages in Homicide in hardcover at the end and should finish it tonight.
Oh, nice.
Nadine said finish the novella. It was completely unsatisfying. I do not like novellas in general, but honestly, this one was not good. I'm giving it 2 stars. Now on to book 5 in the series.
that's why I don't really mess with novellas very often in
True enough.
series.
It depends. Like certain series, yes, but mostly like meh, they're okay.
I mean, I didn't even really care that much for the ones in the Amish.
I like those, but
Those ones were fine, I think, because they were just kind of. I like the fact that they were told by another character.
yeah,
Yeah.
There was something
They
a
were
little
cutesy.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Tina said read 5 chapters in Death by Coffee, and the main character is so mean and judgy.
Okay, so Tina,
Ooh.
I'm having a hard
don't like
time
that
with that series. I really like the covers. I love the premise, but you're absolutely correct.
Is that the Alex Erickson?
That's the Alex Erickson.
I've heard that numerous times. I haven't
I
tried
don't like
for
it.
that
I like
reason.
quit reading that after like 2 or 3 books in the series because I just don't like the main character. I couldn't handle it.
But then a new one comes out, and I'm like, oh, it looks so cute. I
I
want to
know.
read
They
it.
do have cute covers.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is the reason I've stayed away. I've heard that.
But that's like my problem with a lot of like authors and that I know I'm not gonna like the book, but the premise or the cover looks really good. And it's like, but I want to try that one. But I'm like, I've like gave a 2 star to the last like 3 I've read, so it's like,
Right.
but it's
Peggy
like,
Earnhardt, I'm looking at you with her series with the most delightful covers in
yes.
all of Cozy Mysteries, and I can't stand those books.
yeah, I quit after the second one on that too.
Yeah.
But like
Oh, they-
Christina Henry, she's like a pretty popular author, and everybody loves her books. And she was like a one-hit wonder for me. I read Lost Boys by her and absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 stars, and everything after that's had at least 2 stars or 1 star.
Wow.
And
Wow,
so
that
I'm
was
like,
really a one-hit wonder.
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
that's why I was like, so I'm like, oh, but it sounds good. Like her new one comes out, and it's like, oh. So I let my friend. I'm like, you can read it and let me know if you think I'll like it or not. Then I might like it.
There you go. Tina also said, but I tend to DNF cozies the second there's something I don't like, and then try them again and absolutely love them. Yeah, there you go.
It happens.
Pat said, read the first 2 chapters. And Tina said, so should I push through or DNF? Well, it seems like you guys have a good opinion on that.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a whole bunch of other cozies out there.
Yeah, you could be reading other things.
True. Catherine said, I've heard so many people suggest the Mine series by S.T. Abbey. I can do spicy. I just can't do anything too dark.
I'm with you.
Catherine, I'm the exact same way. Like I can read romance of any spice level, from Amish all the way to, whatever.
Katie Robert.
But I don't like dark romance, and I don't like anything. Like, I don't know if you've been here before, but my level of dark is anything above It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. So that's where I'm at. Like, cozies are my threshold.
Yeah, I know, because I was like, this is almost Tiffany level, but a little bit spookier than Tiffany level, because that's a middle grade.
So the fact that she's like, no, you got to try it. And I'm like,
see, my thing is, it's not
a big book too.
It's all 5 books.
Oh, okay.
It's a bind up. It's all 5 books in one. So I think they're actually fairly short. But
is it like a relationship with a serial killer? Or
so from what I understand is the main female is a serial killer, and she
it's a cop or something.
Well, she meets this guy. She's already met him. She just met him in like the second page. He's an FBI profiler. They're going to start a relationship. And then he's actually, I think, going to be trying to figure out the case of this serial killer, which is actually her and the woman he's dating, essentially.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that.
See, for me, it's not the spooky or scary aspect of the serial killer. I could read that all day long.
Yeah.
The issue is that that's not romantic. That is not.
I agree.
Story. That is not a romance novel.
See, that's why I was saying I can't do a serial killer as a romance.
And it's the same. Like, I see, and I'm not judging anybody. If this is your thing, good for you. But like, I hear people talk about, like, there's rape in a book or what. I'm like, no, there's a hard line in the sand. The dark romance is not for me.
I taboo books. I mean, a lot of people like taboo books, but
they do.
It's just makes me feel icky, and so no.
Well, I just know it's not for me because I am 100% with Sarah. I don't. Whatever anybody likes is perfectly fine. There's clearly an audience for it, but I'm 100% with Sarah. Like the dark, the taboo. When people talk about, they fell in love with, the person they were kidnapped with, that they had to do these horrible things, all this other stuff and everything. I'm like, or the bully, or I just don't know where the romance is. And I just, I'm not, it's just me. That's just my opinion.
And
so
exactly. And it's clearly clearly a lot of people like it because they are huge on Kindle Unlimited.
They are.
Like those types of romances, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind hate to love, but I don't like enemies to lovers, because I think if you're an enemy enough that you hate each other through most of the book, then I can't get it. But a lot of times they might hate something you do or something, but you get to know the person after a while and it's not quite so bad. That I can handle. But I mean, if it's so much that you're an enemy and that you can't stand anything that person does, then I just don't get it.
No.
My thing with, sorry, Lee, we've gotten way off track. But
No, it's fine.
My thing with enemies to lovers is some of them are so preposterous. They're like, well, I hate him because he killed my brother. But those genes. Like, there's a line. There's a line you don't come back from, at least to me.
See, I was not a fan of enemies to lovers, but read The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, because it's an enemies to lovers story, and it's fabulous.
But I mean, there's levels. What I'm saying,
right? Exactly, yeah, and that's like the entry level. That's the one that you want.
Yeah. See, I'm fine with those. It's like, I don't like that person because they annoyed me in high school. Something like that. But like some of them that are like, no, they're mortal enemies. And then you read that like they murdered their entire family, but you know what? His eyes are beautiful. And I'm like,
it's just like, I'm not looking at your eyes. Sorry. Like,
okay, it's gone too far. You don't
Yeah.
come back from that.
You can't. You can't.
You might have pretty eyes, but I'm going to stab you whenever you turn around.
Exactly. I want to blind you. You know.
You know, like when the character is that morally gray aspect, it's
Yeah.
not what I like. You know what I mean?
I just don't think it's romantic to
No.
me. I don't find
No.
any romance in those taboo type stories. I just
No.
don't. For
No.
me.
I'd say, yeah. But they do have an audience.
Oh, for
and
sure.
people enjoy them, and good for them.
And you know, some people, a lot of those people that read those kind of books, you know, I'll be watching a video of their wrap up, and they're like, I read the worst small town romances. Small town romances
Yeah.
are so boring. I absolutely hate
Yeah.
them because that's not their audience. You know what I mean? So
Clearly.
it works out.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Did you know they didn't do anything until like the last third of the book?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Well, don't let them read an Amish romance because it'll be all over
Right?
for them.
Ooh,
That's all the ones that don't like closed door romances or anything. They're like,
Right. That's so funny. No, but just to go back to the series here, you're right. All the books were like 100 pages. Nothing was over 200 pages in each book. It was like around 150 each story.
Okay.
So that's why they're all in that one bind up there.
Okay.
Okay, interesting.
Just give some technical information. Kat said, "Oh, I just finished the second Poppy War book. I'm not normally much of a fantasy person, but I've not been able to put them down." Very
Oh,
nice.
awesome.
Only read it 29 pages.
Well done.
And Sarah Beth said, "Sarah, my Kindle won't charge to 100, only 98 every time I keep it charging 2 days, still 98%.
Yeah, mine doesn't charge above that either. I don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a thing with Kindle.
Val said, "I didn't care for the Alec Erickson book either." Maybe it is a DNF then, you know?
Yeah,
Tina said, "Okay, good to know. It's not just me. I'm DNFing it." There you
good
go.
girl.
And I obviously it's another one that obviously clearly has an audience, but what I think is everybody I hear, and I'm not being mean. I'm just saying I don't know of too many people that I've heard really endorse the series. So it's interesting that it's got 10 books. Meanwhile, the Catskills only got 2. Okay, I'm done.
And he's still putting out books.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, obviously there are people that I'm just saying, like, and then
Yeah,
you got
that's why it's
the-
always weird. Like ones that you really, really love only get like 2 or 3, and then something else gets like 10, and it's like
I'm no longer saying if I really love a series, just so y'all know. Ever.
You're smart.
yeah, you better quit saying stuff about the what is it, the maple syrup
Style?
one, the maple syrup one before.
Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should go, "It was okay. I mean, you know,
And then the person
Yeah.
drowned.
right? It was good. They drowned. They're dead. You know."
It was fine.
It's funny. It's just the way that you presented it. You're like, so this is the first time Nancy really left Chicago. I mean, it was a good book. The girl drowned, and you know, it's just
Because this is how my mind works, Lee. It's like say things.
I love it though. I'm just like laughing because I'm just like,
That's why I'm here. I'm here for everyone else's entertainment.
wait,
How are you liking that book? Oh, it's great. The girl drowned.
Yeah.
she drowned.
Fabulous.
Everybody watched. They were just standing there, and that was it. She was goodbye. You know.
She just says it like the girl ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the other girl drowned, and you know, it was a good day.
That's
And her
literally
boyfriend
how
is a
she
serial killer.
Yeah.
She literally said, she goes, "Well, it's interesting because this is the first time Nancy really left Chicago. I mean, yes, she went on that ski trip, but you know, anyway, this book was good. The girl drowned, and I'm like, it just had me laughing. So
Clearly, my videos are not scripted.
oh my god, it's so funny.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Nanny said she made it to 80%. You could definitely get that done tonight too.
Mm-hmm.
Pat said the lights are flickering, so
Oh,
good night,
no.
y'all. Please
No.
stay safe.
Night,
Till
Pat.
this
Stay
power
safe.
comes back on. Susan said, "I only read the first Alec Erickson book too. Didn't like the main character either. So it's not you guys. It is the author."
So perhaps there's
Author.
something more to those books than just the main character. Yet I wonder if the people who like them read them for other reasons, except for you know what I mean.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do have
Maybe-
adorable covers, and the premise is cute. I mean, it's
And
a,
the
like,
cat-
Maybe they like the
Like-
side characters or something.
True. True. Cajun said, "Tanya Kappa's mail carrier series is so odd. I really like the even numbered ones and really don't like the odd number ones. So it's like one and go for the next one and don't like it, but think, okay, one more. And then they get you with the next one.
Oh, that's really interesting.
It is.
Stay safe. And Tina said, yes, I was considering reading that series, the ST series, but apparently there's a lot of graphic childhood trauma. I can't handle that.
Oh my gosh. Y'all are.
Tiffany, I don't think this is your book, my dear.
Yeah,
I know. I seriously, I was like,
You know what you should do? Go back into work tomorrow. This was fabulous. I couldn't put it down. It was great. Never lend me a book again.
this
Thank
is a
you.
girl-
You kept me up all night long.
No. That's what I'm really afraid of.
Right?
Just in a different way. Like I may like, oh, I was so into it, I stayed up all night long. No, I'm in a corner rocking.
That's what I was going to say you should do. You should act like it, as soon as somebody calls your name, like scream and like jump. Be like, oh my God, I'm so traumatized.
This is a girl in my book club. She lives in my neighborhood, and I'm like,
Here's the thing, though.
Um,
She doesn't know you yet. If she recommended that and thought like you'd really enjoy this.
well, she knows I read romance, but I was like, I really don't know. She's like, no, I don't normally read dark. I'm like, I know, but like, seriously, Scooby Doo is about it. It's, I mean, I'm not playing.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I can't even get her to read some of my middle grade books.
I know.
No, and they are creepy.
Yeah, she's definitely not doing that.
No.
All right. Anyway, it's 21. You guys want to read to the top of the hour?
Sure.
And then we will
Sounds
wrap up
good.
comments, and then everybody could get early to bed for those who have to go back to work tomorrow.
It's a hard life.
It is. It is. All right. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
How'd you guys do?
Good. I read on Shadow of Night this go round, and I am on page 395 of like 577, so I'm getting there.
You are. You're getting there.
And I think I read about maybe 10 pages.
Nice.
Nice.
I DNF'd the series we were talking about, and I'm hoping that I don't have nightmares. I told Kevin the second chapter was from the FBI's, the love interest in the romance, and he's like reading the crime scene, and I was like, I'm out, I'm done. This is not for me. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna go watch Golden Girls when we're done, just so you
Yes.
like,
Yeah, at least you can tell her you tried.
Right.
I did. I gave it a valid effort.
You tried, it wasn't for you. The end.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm. And I got 8 chapters into Aggie Morton, and it is super. I do really enjoy it on audio because I do like all the accents, like Hector's accent,
It's
and
so cute.
there's a guy in here from Ceylon, so she does that accent, and it's delightful. Really,
She
really
does a really good job with that book.
agreed. Perfect for the perfect voice for a 12-year-old girl, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. Right? How'd you do, Lee?
I got to 88% of my book, but I'm in the epilogue, so I'm just assuming I'm about to be done with it, and it'll just be like preview for the next book type of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate
you
that.
are, yeah, probably.
Finish
Nice.
it before I go to bed. And Catherine said, I totally agree with you. The darkest I get is the FMC leaving an abusive relationship without too much detail of the abuse to find a sweet someone who takes care of her. My best friend loves dark.
Yeah, there's
Tina, I completely agree with you. Cajun, I'm learning a lot tonight. I never knew such a thing existed, dark romance. But it doesn't sound romantic to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, I think it should really be prefaced with like dark romance, not calling it romance. So that's very specific. PK said, part of my issue of some enemies to lover stories is the idea that the magic cause solves issues. Magic.
And PK, you win for tonight.
No, it is very true.
I did not see that coming.
That's not the first time I've heard that phrase, but it's been a few
Oh.
years since I've heard that. And it was a different word, but you get the gist.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I just
She was saved by his magic, you know what.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, yes, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for the segue, Tina. She's like, I think I'm going to start a peanut butter panic.
there you go.
that's much better than the
There you go.
Death by Coffee or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was reading romance, it was primary like in the darkest romance, but I can't handle trauma outside of the relationship, LOL.
Gotcha.
Rabbit said, I've held out for so long, but decided to give it a try and ordered my first Kindle this weekend. I'm so hyped and excited.
Yay!
awesome,
Welcome to the
Rabbit.
club.
Very nice. Very nice.
That is awesome.
Catherine said, Tiffany, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't read Puck Me Secretly by Odette Stone yet, I definitely recommend it. The description of the book does not do it justice.
So I have not read that series, and I love hockey romances. So it's on my TBR, and now it just got bumped up a little bit. I appreciate that, Catherine. Thank you, because that's one of my favorites is hockey romances.
Tina said, well, I'm not starting Peanut Butter Panic because Scribed isn't letting me have it.
Stupid
Of
scribe.
course, you gotta wait until the first of the month.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Nadine, this sprint I'll be starting The Mostly True Story of Tanner and Louise by Colleen Oakley.
Nice.
Sounds interesting.
Ugh,
Internet issues again.
Oh.
Frustrating. Yes, it is.
sounds like it. That would be.
And Amy said, I just finished Crimson Summer by Heather Graham, 4 stars.
I have
Excellent.
not read that one yet, but thank you.
Awesome, Amy.
Pat said, okay, switch from my phone from Wi-Fi to 4G. I'd rather listen to y'all than watch cable.
Well, you know.
Thank you. Barbara
Yeah,
said
that's a
I'm
pretty big compliment. Thank you, Pat.
right. Well, we are getting ready to wrap up right now, Barbara. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
Sorry, Barbara.
Barbara writes have finished Homicide in hardcover and got 24 pages of If Books Could Kill.
Excellent.
Well, you must have liked the first one enough to jump right into the second one because I
Right.
haven't even got to the second one yet.
Storm, that's no surprise, my dear.
I was just say not a surprise.
Well, with that series, it's like, I don't know.
Amy
Oh,
said, I just
nice.
read Apple Cider Slang by Julianne Lindsay. I got 5 pages read so far. Just
Good
to let
choice.
you know, April's actually caught up on this series and she loves it.
Oh,
fantastic.
awesome. That is
She's
awesome.
very
She
into
should join
cozy.
us for the Christmas tree and my demise. I'm just saying. She might enjoy that. Invite
She
her,
might.
please.
She might.
Did you tell her that I said happy birthday, but real militant like?
I did.
Okay.
And she was like, that just made my day. She's funny. Yes, no, she's been listening to audio. She's been listening to the audios of Cozy Mysteries lately. I forget the series that she's in the middle of right now, but
Oh, that's so awesome.
she's enjoying them.
She should join us.
I think that might be too intimidating. For first of all, you know, Tiffany, you intimidate her, and second of all,
She could work into it slowly and start off in the comments.
there you go. There you go.
I mean, I don't want her to, but not gonna lie, it might be the only person ever that's been intimidating me, including her toddlers. So I kind of feel like I want to keep my street cred.
It's hilarious.
So
It's
just saying.
hilarious. That's hilarious. Lydia said, I got distracted, so I didn't read this point. The sprint. Fine.
Lydia, totally.
We all get
totally-
distracted.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Hi, baby.
Exactly. And Nita said, after doing the dishes, I'll be walking the dog. I read about 5%. Nice. Amy said, Purple Rain, I really enjoyed the first 7 books in the Bibliophile series by Kate Carlisle. I haven't read the rest of the series yet. 7 books in isn't bad, though.
It's one of Melmac's favorite series.
Yeah. Okay.
And Storm.
She does. Blossom made it to 60%. Kaja made it to 39%. Emily read 22 more pages. Sherry said, took Darla out, took a shower, read 10 pages of Fiddling with Fate by Diane Kelly. Well, that's
Oh, I
pretty
like
good.
that series. That series is fun.
Kat prepped my cold brew for the morning, rotated laundry, and made it to 82%.
Really productive,
Awesome.
Kat. I'm impressed. If you want to come on over, I got some stuff that you can finish up next.
What is DNF? I don't understand. Somebody else already explained. Did not
Yeah, I
finish.
saw that.
Mhm.
People answered.
Annie said finished the middle grade and read 19% in Penrith Hall.
Excellent.
Did not finish it. Said to her there. Got to 39%. Telling her again. Tina Start.
Oh, I like that.
Murder at Redwood Cove by Janet Finn Silver.
Good
I like
choice.
There you go. And then Tina. Oh, it's fireworks. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? Sorry. Tina said it sounded like people were banging sticks together. I'm like, okay, what are they doing now out there? You know, some
Oh
weird-
my gosh. I have to, this is real quick, but all of a sudden, so I was reading earlier and all of a sudden I heard bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, what? In my sliding glass door, there's a sand crane that must have saw his own shadow or something. And what his beak, you know, their beaks are strong and he was banging. And I was like, oh. I was like, Kevin, I was like, he's trying to get inside. His beak was so strong, he made holes in our screening door that we're going to have to patch up.
Oh, lovely. Wow.
'Cause, you know, their beaks are really strong. I'm assuming he saw his own shadow
He
or
was
he was not
scared.
on the air conditioner. I don't know, but he clearly wanted inside.
Did he see your dog and like go, oh, food?
No, Kairu and Kevin were sitting out. We're outside in the front, and this was in our back. So
Oh, okay. Wow.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I
it scared me when it first happened because it was really loud, and I was like, and I was engrossed in a book. So, but anyways, you remind me with the
That's
fireworks.
hilarious.
I was gonna say, and if she was reading that one book,
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
I hadn't started that yet. I was not, but I was just engrossed and I
Just
didn't
picture her tossing the book going, that's it.
I didn't expect a large bird to be like standing, like looking
Right.
at me, like
Yeah.
I'm like,
Hello.
what'd you say? They are big.
Yeah. Tina said, read the first 4 chapters. I'm really enjoying it. Also, it's a book I previously DNF'd. Nice. Okay, maybe they are banging. That doesn't sound I don't know. Whatever. Who knows what they're doing over here? I really don't. PK at 96%. We'll give the late Mrs. Willoughby a 4.5, I think.
Excellent.
Nice.
I just said, Tiffany, what came first? Fan of hockey as a sport or fan of hockey romance books?
That's funny. The chicken or the egg? Fan of hockey.
Dream, I'm at 78% now. Excellent. Tina, Tiffany, this was a while ago, but did you say that you were doing a read along for the Christmas Tree Farm series by Julianne Lindsay?
So we thought about doing something along that line. I don't think everything was like set in stone, but hopefully, because otherwise I'm going to read it now. But we were thinking like we would read the first 3 going up to it and then read the 4th one in October when it comes out. So what was that? First 3 in the previous months. What was that? So see, I'm going to have nightmares. I just know it. That book.
Maybe they're banging sticks outside your house too. You never know.
The bird is outside banging.
Yeah, but banging sticks outside my house reminds me of like some sort of satanic ritual or something.
Oh yes,
Like,
and I'll just think of like crackheads over here. I'm like, whatever. It's not, I'm like, they probably heard, you can get high off like the bark inside of a tree or something like that, and they're trying to get it now.
Well, I think of that scene from the original Parent Trap, the one with Haley Mills, with the stepmom to be, and they're like, if you bang the sticks and she's walking through the woods.
that's the amazing Parent Trap one.
Love that one.
But so Tina, would anybody be interested in doing the read along?
I would.
It would be like July, August,
September, October.
And then we read the 4th book in October when it came out.
Yeah. I can get behind that.
Because otherwise, I've been waiting a long time.
Lydia said, I was originally going to finish The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis for this live stream, but I decided to DNF it after 116 pages. That book is just, no.
Fair enough.
Okay. Barbara said, I did start Dune, not a fan. Should I DNF and not feel guilty about it or wait 30 years? So
Okay.
Right.
We read Dune. We
did.
You
We were
ladies
there.
are me.
it was okay. I gave it 3 stars, and I'm not a sci-fi person, but I do think it's really hard to get into. So
I agree. I also read it when Storm read it, and I liked it okay. I wouldn't go on to read any of the other ones, though. And if you're not feeling it, give up now. Don't waste your time. There's plenty of other books.
I was gonna say just watch the movies or something.
Yeah, just move on. Don't
And then
even.
you can say I read it. No.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah,
right.
if you were like 400 pages in and it's like 450, just finish it out. But if you're in the beginning,
Don't even waste. Yeah.
don't waste your time.
And I would say if you like audiobooks and you're wanting to try it, I would go with the audiobooks because they were really good. So it was they had like a lot of different voices and
to know it, some of the words, how the words were properly pronounced.
Yeah, because I would have never been able to read that book without the audio because all those sci-fi words and things.
And also in the back, I didn't know this till almost the very end, there is a glossary in the back to tell you what half of these things mean, which would have been nice to know that up front.
That's helpful.
Yeah. And he said, what book series are you guys talking about? I missed it. With Apple Cider Slang?
Christmas Tree Farm series.
Oh, Christmas Tree Farm series.
By Julianne Lindsay, but it's written as Jacqueline Frost. It's the one where I'm murdered.
Wait, what is the first book in that one?
Hold on.
Oh, I actually think I read this series. I'm
By
like, wait,
Jacqueline Frost.
once you said Jacqueline Frost, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, because it's the one that has like the 12 knife.
Yeah.
Was the knife before
Yes,
Christmas?
I've read these.
Yes.
Okay.
So the
I
fourth one. Yep. That's
I thought you were talking about Apple Cider Slang. I'm like, I didn't like that one. I know I'm in the super minority. I'm the only person, but my defense, I had COVID and I hated everything at that time. So
fair enough.
That's absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Lydia said, Barbara, if it gets to the point where you really don't like it and can't take it anymore, then you should DNF it. But for now, I suggest you keep reading. Tina said, yes, I'd be very interested in a read along. Well, so would I now, because now I know which series we're talking about. Val
Sounds
said,
good.
I read Dune in the 80s, but only because I had seen the movie with Kyle MacLachlan.
Oh, okay.
Barb said, I have a physical and audio. So that should probably help you then.
Mm-hmm.
Amy said, I'd be interested in the Christmas Tree Farm Mystery Series read along.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And Sharon said, was happy to be at 20% of the Royal Assassin on Kindle until I looked at the page count and saw it's over 700 pages. You're still 20% through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Emily said, I would
Awesome.
be interested in a read along as well. The Christmas Tree Farm series would be a great read for me as well. Reread for me as well.
That's okay.
Yeah, it would be. They would
Yeah.
all be rereads for me.
It'd be.
I've
It's
never read them.
It's been so long since I've read like the first
Yeah, me
like,
too.
couple that I probably don't even remember who done it. So
That's what I
It'd be
figured
like
too,
reading this-
Storm. I'm like, I read them when they first came out. so.
I found that out the first time that I reread a book. Whenever I first joined the group and you guys were doing those first in series or whatever. I'm like, I read that, but I'll read it again, and it's like, man, I don't even remember who.
Yeah,
done it.
I don't remember at all. Nadine said, I binged the 3 Christmas Tree Farm series. So good. I look forward to number 4.
Awesome.
And Lydia said, how many books did each of you read last year? And how many books have you guys read so far this year? I've read 37 books last year. And so far I've read 39 books this year. Awesome.
Wow,
Well done.
nice.
That's really good.
Well done.
I have my.
I read
reading
250
plan.
last year. I only remember it because it's like an even number, sort of.
I know I was like a few books from 300, and I was like, should I try for it or not? And I just didn't try for it. Uh-oh.
Last year I read 239.
So I'm the slacker of the group. I read 157 last year.
Well done.
And currently this year, 47.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
at 83, I think. But I mean, I read a lot of like Nancy Drew. I read a lot of Sweet Valley High, like a number's a number. If you read one book, you're still outpacing a
course.
lot of people
a lot of people
who don't read.
Listen,
at
I say
all.
that I say as being a slacker for that. I mean, 157 is
exactly.
still a good number, a big number.
But that's
Big
it. Numbers are numbers, right?
Plus, here's the thing: what if you read like Game of Thrones, the Outlander series,
100%.
a huge sci-fi series? You might have read everybody here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that one
Absolutely.
that Barbara's reading or whatever, that's like 1,400 pages.
The ladies in the
Yeah.
club.
Yeah.
Right.
My friend Mandy and I, she read 750 books, and I read like 200, but I page counted her by like 10,000 pages because she would read those really small, like 20, 30 page Kindle Unlimited, which are fine,
Right.
but you know what I mean? So
Yeah. That makes all the difference.
I'm trying to
As
find
long-
out how many I've read, but I can't get my spreadsheet to cooperate with me
Yeah, I don't know this year. I'm around.
because I'm like, I don't have that number in my head.
That's actually might be more than that. I haven't updated my Goodreads in like 3 books, I think. So I
well,
might
see,
be.
I'm vigilant about updating my Goodreads.
I'm
I've been
constantly-
slack.
See, that's why when I learned that if you don't put what you're reading on your like currently reading, it doesn't count. So my Goodreads says I've read one thing, but my spreadsheet says I've read another.
That's not true, Storm. Because I thought about it after you said it. I don't think it's true.
Well, it is
Excuse
with
me.
mine.
Because when I went and I was re-entering everything in, I did not put it on currently reading. I just put in the year. I put 2021 and had a 2021 shelf. And then bam, it counted for 2021. But I do know that Goodreads was slacking because in some cases it took weeks for that number to correct itself. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Then Tina said, I read 142 last year and 90 this year.
That's amazing.
Well done.
Okay, I'm at 132 for this year.
Wow. Well done.
Nice.
Storm.
That's
Storm.
incredible.
Well
Amazing.
done.
Amy said, I read
And that's
105
lots
last
of middle grade.
Yeah, but you've also read
Well.
some bigger books,
Yeah. Oh,
right?
Yes.
Amy said,
I'm reading one right
105
now.
There you go.
Yeah.
105 last year, 54 so far this year.
Wow. That's amazing.
Liddy said, am I one of the only people who just can't read books online? For me, I have to have a physical copy of the book in my hand. No, a lot of people are like that. Believe me, if I wasn't doing audio, this number would be so. I look back to like on my Goodreads challenge, like in 2015, I read 25 books, and that was no audio. So I was like, wow, that was a big number back then, and because that was no audio.
Yeah, if I didn't read audio, my number would probably be more like 50.
Yeah, me too. And I actually don't do physical at all anymore. I mean, I had that book because the book club lady gave it to me, but I prefer physical, but my eyes will not let me. I can't. I have to do the audio or at least online because then I can make. I mean, you should see my letters are like the biggest they can be even on. So I just can't anymore. But I prefer physical. But yeah, if I didn't do audio, my
I
numbers
like the
would be
smell of
different.
paperbacks and stuff. I like, paperback smell, like the book or whatever. But yeah, it's just easier to read the ebooks or listen to the audiobook for me too.
Plus, it's a shelf space issue. Unless you're borrowing everything from the library,
Right.
you're very quickly going to run out of stuff. My Kindle, I'm not going to run out of space on that.
Right.
True.
Yeah, I have like 3 tubs there and a tub over here and a box over
Mm-hmm. But no, Linda, you're not the only one. A lot of people are like that.
Yeah, they're-
My aunt and I were having that conversation just the other day. She says, I would prefer if she was like, she tried to read on her iPad. She goes, and she said it was fine, but give her a physical book any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You know?
that way too.
Mm-hmm. Danielle said, I am at 42 so far this year, but I have a number of books in progress.
That's amazing.
I wish all physical books were like this.
Nice floppy paperback.
Paperback. Yep.
Yeah, I wish they were, but they're not because these are so easy to just lay out here and you can read it without. Because I don't like to crease. I'm not a creaser, so
Whereas I'm just like,
yeah.
Get it over with.
murder the book.
It's a well-read book. That's it.
That's right. It's well loved.
Yeah, and my used ones are quite like that. So then it's like, oh well, it's already like that. It's not, but any of my actual books that are my own, no.
There you go. Tina said, yeah, when you mark it is finished on Goodreads, you have to add the date for it to count in your goal. Sherry said, I'm at 195 so far.
Well done.
That is incredible.
Wow. Awesome. Sharon said, and Goodreads sometimes
point.
behaves differently between Android, iPhone, and desktop. Yes, that's very true.
100%.
True.
Yeah. Pat said, I read 104 last year and so far
Wow.
95 this year. Excellent.
Well done, Pat.
Incredible. That's amazing.
Agent said, I think you have to put in a read date or at least a year on Goodreads for it to bucket it.
Well, I usually do whenever I say that I read something. I usually just put the date that I'm putting it in there. Date. I read it in one day, buddy. I read it in one day.
No. But like, put it on a shelf with like 2023. Like, you can add tags.
Mm-hmm.
You got to
Yeah,
tag it whatever the year is.
I have way too many tags that I'm like, I should really go through these, but I'm like, yeah.
I think that's what it is. I think that's the tag for whatever reason. And you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I get it. Sharon said, I switched to Android and on my Goodreads app is missing some functionality I had on the iPhone app. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, iPhone gets all the things.
Yeah, I have an Android too. And like, you can't tap the picture and make it bigger or do anything like that and stuff.
Stupid Android.
And I don't like it because it like won't let you know what the genres are of the book. So I always I'm like, oh, so I have to get on my laptop so I can look at the list of.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. Hold on a second.
You're good.
Somebody's like, oh, you're on a live show and then asks a technical question. Like, why are you going to ask me right now?
Give me 5 minutes.
Right. I said, hold on. Like, you know what I'm doing. Stop. Nadine, I prefer physical books. I read ebooks if I can't get the physical book from my library. I don't care for audio. I like the voices. My brain invents for the characters. Yes.
And that's
And
You know
that's
what?
cool, but my brain don't invent voices, so it's
my thing is it's more of a chance for me to read more, because if I was retired or if I suddenly won the lottery and you know what I mean, I would probably read only digital and physical books. But I have to work.
I think though, like we all have where an audio does come in handy. You're driving, you're doing something
Yes.
else, you're cleaning,
Mhm.
whatever else,
Yes.
a long ride. But yeah, I think it also depends what's easy access. A lot of times now, an ebook might be like instant for you to get, as opposed to going to the library. There's a hold. You're going to have to wait. In some
Mhm.
cases, like Hoopla, you can get it right now.
And also with a lot of audiobooks too, to be fair, if you're reading newer stuff, you're going to have a long, like you were saying, wait time at the library, or if you're going to have to pay for it, they're not cheap,
No.
you know? So there's also a cost factor involved, I think, with a lot of
Yeah.
audiobooks too.
my
True.
thing. Like
And-
also with audiobooks is, I know a lot of people are like, well, I listen to music in the car, or I listen to music when I'm cleaning or whatever. And I'm not a big music person anymore. I just prefer to listen to my audiobook when I'm doing those things. So
Mhm.
that helps get more books done too. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think too, like I'm a very scatterbrained person. And so if I have my phone, I always have some access to a book, like
Yes.
on audio through Hoopla. I have it on my phone or whatever. But if I had to, and I always want to have access to a book because I never know, but I would never remember to carry a book. Like even when I read all physical, like I would if I was going somewhere where I planned on reading, but if it was just like randomly, oftentimes I wouldn't. And then I would get somewhere and I'm like, so that's another thing, at least for me. If you're not scatterbrained,
right.
you can't relate, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm
My
not the same.
ebook goes with me everywhere, just like I would with a regular book. So yeah.
I was going to work last week and I was putting stuff in my purse and I put both my Kindle and the physical book I was reading. Garrett goes, "What do you do at work all day?"
It's like options, people.
I want options for my lunch break. I don't know what I want to read yet.
See, that's, you never know what you're doing.
Right?
Tina said, yeah, audio is life-saving. If I didn't read with audio, I wouldn't read at all.
That's my mom too.
Oh, if you're seriously going to ask me
Yes.
again, no.
Hey Sarah, did you
Barbara.
see
Yes.
Sherry's book haul?
No.
Somebody already got rid of the arc for the new Lindsay Curry book.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, so she like picked it up, and I was like,
I'm jealous.
Wait, did Sherry put up a book haul in the Discord?
yeah,
I have to go
Where
check
now?
that out.
it'll be the one in the middle that'll spook you.
Wait, is it in general?
No, it's in the book haul section.
Well, guys, I don't
You got to
actually
tell her
know.
that. She doesn't know where it's at.
There's a book haul section? Okay.
Yes, there's a book haul section.
I'll find it.
Anyway, while she's looking, Barb said physical books don't let you pinch up the front font.
100%.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
to be able to.
I've tried. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
Yes, I need that.
and you have to have good lighting.
Yes.
too, especially now with my eyes, because the older I get, the better So I'm like trying to get into the light. trying to see.
And I like to lay in bed and turn off the lights
Yes.
and then read. I don't want to have to get back out of bed to turn. You know what I mean? That's
Can we,
just
can we can we age ourselves right now and say you need the clapper?
yes. But I do this all the time, so it would just be like
Go on and off.
all the time.
Tina said, but I do prefer having the physical book near me while I listen to the audiobook. No, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Amy said, I prefer ebooks. If I had all my ebooks in physical form, I would live in a bookstore.
You and
Yes.
me both.
Cajun, I never creased when I read physical books.
So I guess I shouldn't tell you guys that I used to dog ear too, right?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rabbit said, floppy paperbacks are lovely. I like cozies from Poison Pen Press because those are cheap little mass markets, but just floppy enough.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, it's in the bookish chat section.
Tiffany's like, we have a bookish chat section.
No, I did know that because Momac always puts book news
Well, and
there,
it's
but
down
I'm
at
in
the
book
very
haul.
bottom.
It's not in book haul.
It's in the book haul section. Yeah, you'll have to go up a little bit because me and her were talking. because she's gonna like send me the book when she gets done with it.
Oh, nice.
And so if you go up a little bit, you'll see the book.
Okay.
I'm waiting for her to see it and go, ah.
I know, I am too, because I'm like, it's the one in the middle that's kind of spooky. We got a lot of cute books. Wonder if she got that book home.
And Pat said, I looked on Chirp for Wonton Terror by Vivian Chen, and it's going to cost me $38. I cannot afford that.
Yeah,
Oh,
for the audiobook.
Yeah, that's
No. Cajun, all my purses have a dedicated pocket for my Kindle and my books before I had an e-reader. Yeah.
100%.
Tina said, I like mass markets a lot, but Cozy Mysteries have mass markets and then the extra large mass markets. Why?
They were trying the it's called a mass market mega. They were trying that out. I know Harlequin did it for a while, but I think a lot of readers are a little annoyed because they don't fit nicely on the shelf.
Well, and if you've bought half of them in this, and then they all of a sudden turn around and decide to like, oh, well, we'll try this, and so then you've got mismatched. I mean, you got.
Well, I mean, this is
That looks
like,
really
that
big.
Like, look at
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna
Like
say,
that
one
is
looks really big.
that is supposed to be a mass market Harlequin Mills and Boone book, and it's the UK gets some great stuff.
Even the noodle shop, all of mine are the same size except for the last one is like a half inch bigger. I'm like, why would you do this to me?
Mhm.
Why?
Did you find it, Tiffany?
no.
You saw this comment, right? Crease the spine, dog ear the corners, and you read out of order. Oh, Sarah.
True read. I am a rebel.
Tina said I went to look at the book haul and the cover scared me too.
Okay, I found it. It's creepy. It's creepy.
Okay. I was just about to like at you and put you in
Nope, nope, I got it.
She's like,
Don't
I'm
scare
there.
Tiffany.
It's like a kid with like Kevin's looking at me like, seriously? No, it is.
It's a pretty spooky big.
Come here.
Storm and I
spooky
thought it
book.
was creepy.
Yeah.
I know the one you guys are talking about. You talked about it the other day.
Mm-hmm. But I was just like,
It's kind of, yeah, thank you.
The book's not even out yet, and somebody already got rid of the art.
Give her the art.
They didn't want it in their home.
Maybe that's a testament
They
to how
didn't want
much
it in their home.
They either got that and didn't want it, or like, oh, I don't want this, or they read it
Right.
really quick.
I want that on my shelf. Kevin looked at me at first like, you think everything's scary. And then I showed him. He's like, oh, that's creepy.
it is.
And that's a
creepy.
middle grade book.
And I was like,
Yeah.
if I say it's creepy, it's
Middle
got to be
grade.
a little bit creepy because
Yeah. True. Tina said, but the series going back and forth like Peanut Butter Panic, XL Mass Market, and Blueberry Blunder regular mass market.
yeah. See, that's what
I just made it easy and got the money book.
Yeah, that's it. And that's something you don't have to worry about with an ebook either. The book never gets messed up. Pages don't get torn out. It doesn't get
True.
I
destroyed.
can't dog ear the pages.
Right.
You don't have to have somebody ask you to borrow it.
Yeah, Sarah
Seriously?
can't be
Yeah.
naughty because she can't like crease the thing. She can't dog ears.
Yeah.
Although, but
Yep.
what I can tell you is on the Kobo e-reader, when you hit it, it actually like
Turns the page.
No.
Is it folded?
If you do it, it actually dog ears the page. Like it flips down the corner as
Yes.
you're like if you're bookmarking it.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
That just made me happy when I realized that.
Yes, a virtual crease.
Virtual crease.
But at least that one you could probably click off of it and it goes back, and then it's not.
It doesn't. It looks all pretty again.
Right. Yeah, it keeps your books pretty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are at the end of the comments. It is 9:30 here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start to wrap this up. You guys want to say what you have coming up on your channels?
I am in the middle of editing my like June game, TBR game, plus like these are like the books that I know I'm going to read, and then everything else is just up for chance.
There you
Nice.
go.
Kevin and I filmed the Universal Yums box today. So those are always longer. So I'm going to try to get it edited and then up Wednesday.
I'm very curious because one of my coworkers just came back from Vietnam and she brought a bunch of snacks and stuff back. So I'm curious if anything's going to be similar.
Taiwan was an interesting box. They have very
Oh, Taiwan. I'm sorry. Taiwan. When I said Vietnam, I'm sorry. I meant
Oh.
Taiwan. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I meant the
They just have very unique
Yes.
flavors. that
Flavor
they use.
combinations?
I wouldn't think they like spicy beef ramen popcorn. Like I love popcorn, but does it need to be ramen flavored? I don't know.
Was there any chocolate covered grasshoppers or anything like that?
No, there was
Well, then you're safe.
no, but they're just odd. You'll see the flavors are sometimes very odd combinations to me, anyways.
I'm curious. What about you, Sarah?
Tomorrow I've got the next video in my Harlequin project coming out where I talk about the next bundle of books I'll be reading over the next few weeks.
Nice.
How about you, Lee?
I have my June TBR that was supposed to come out Friday. It'll come out tomorrow because at this point, what's the point? Well, that's it.
Why not?
To wrap up quickly, Amy said, in ebooks, I highlight the spot in the page I left off on. Makes
That's
sense?
smart.
So good night. And Anita's asking, are we sprinting on Friday, Sarah?
Yes.
We are good to go. And Amy said, thank you. Good night. Thank you for the sprints, ladies. Thank you. Thank all of you guys for being here. Thank you for everybody in the chat. And we will see you guys on Friday.
Take care,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone. Happy holidays. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Lee.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.